Now, an Emeritus Newsbrief, I'm Lynn Huston. President Barack Obama detailing specifics of his stimulus plan in his first presidential weekend address. Obama detailed spending for infrastructure, education, and energy conservation.
To accelerate the creation of a clean energy economy, we will double our capacity to generate alternative sources of energy like wind, solar, and biofuels over the next 3 years. We'll begin to build a new electricity grid that lay down more than 3,000 miles of transmission lines to convey this new energy from coast to coast. We'll save taxpayers $2 billion a year by making 75% of federal buildings more energy efficient, and save the average working family $350 on their energy bills by weatherizing 2.5 million homes.
You can connect to the text of Obama's speech on the Emeritus News employment page. See the video of the speech on the Emeritus News window on our homepage following this news brief. In the flurry of executive orders, Obama ordered the end of the Mexico City policy. That policy prohibits non-governmental organizations that receive federal funds from using those funds to pay for the performance of abortions as a method of family planning or to motivate or coerce any person to practice abortions. President Bush had reinstituted that policy after President Clinton had banned it. The Department of Veterans Affairs took another hit from government auditors. This time, the General Accountability Office review says the agency seriously underestimates the cost of medical care to the point they are, quote, unreliable. It was just last October an Inspector General audit found still pending benefit applications and claims in shredder bins at a few processing offices, which fueled a controversy that the VA destroys applications and claims to avoid payments. The VA denies it. See the GAO report on the Emeritus News healthcare page. Freddie Mac has asked for another 30 to 35 billion taxpayer dollars from the TARP bailout fund to shore up their home loan losses. The government took over Freddie Mac in a $13.8 billion rescue last September. Fannie Mae says it will be laying off several hundred staffers in the nation's capital and hiring more at their foreclosure prevention offices in Dallas. The company says the move will cut their losses and do more for homeowners. Motorcycle legend Harley Davidson says it'll be laying off 1,100 workers and consolidating operations in Menominee Falls, Wisconsin and York, Pennsylvania. The Lilly Ledbetter wage discrimination bill has now passed both houses of Congress and is ready for President Obama's signature. That bill eliminates the 180-day limit for filing discrimination complaints. It was on that basis that Ledbetter lost her wage discrimination case before the U.S. Supreme Court, despite the fact that Goodyear had paid her less than equally qualified male employees. Also on the Emeritus News homepage, the digital TV conversion may be delayed after all. Democrat and Republican leaders have tentatively agreed to a June date. More on that on the Emeritus News homepage. The FDIC takes over another failed bank, this one in California. Details on that story on the Emeritus News financial pensions page. And the FDA gives a green light to an embryo stem cell project. More on that story on the Emeritus News healthcare page. Updates on the biggest issues in public policy at emeritusnews.com. That's an Emeritus News Brief. I'm Lynn Huston.